Alright, let's go talk about Hunter x Hunter. So if y'all know that I put like Kuroko basket reviews on hold during the last week, which was my spring break, to catch up to some Hunter x Hunter. And from that experience, from doing the whole marathon through this, I believe it took me like at least 2 weeks it's because of like school and then work, and I've been trying to read it during work when I'm not busy, and then bam, and I'm busy again. And then during the spring break when I had all this time to do, since I didn't have to worry about school and whatnot, I read through all this and through chapters 1 through 349 chapters, and also looked at a couple episodes, and some episodes that a friend in the forums on Naruto base told me to watch because it's pretty good. And I watched a few more episodes just to see what happens, and I want to see it animated, even the fights, But let me tell you guys before I try to catch up to this. Last year, Shaq told me to read Hunter x Hunter. It's like one of his favorite mangas and animes to watch and read. And I told him, well, I'm currently trying to catch up to Bleach, so I'll try to watch it and read it when I get the time, and after I finish catching up to that. And during the time I was in the middle of an arc that I was placed on, and then I finished it up in a week or so. And then I saw from World's video saying that Hunter x Hunter was coming back from its hiatus. I believe it was around 2 years or something, or whatever the hiatus was last time from that. And I had to say, well, between Hunter x Hunter, Kuroko Basket, and Fairy Tail, I want to try to catch up to those. Personally, I caught up to Fairy Tail first. I don't know why I did that one first. I guess it's because I just picked one at random. And then after that, I went and tried to do one chapter of Hunter x Hunter, and I got sidetracked. I thought I could do like flexing out a few more, and I couldn't do that. So I couldn't do that. And then I went on after I got off my cruise in around June. There was no Wi-Fi. There was nothing there. I watched a few episodes of Kuroko Basket, and this was after when I finished Fairy Tail. That was like around I finished that in 2 weeks or so. And then I went on ahead with Kuroko Basket. I don't know why I did that. I should have just went to Hunter x Hunter. And Kuroko Basket took me around, I want to say 2 weeks or 3 weeks. That got me caught up. I believe it was like a week or 2 weeks. Usually when I catch up to a series, it takes me like a few weeks or so, but that's for another story. Now, I didn't get to Hunter x Hunter until I forgot about the whole fall semester until winter. And then around winter time, during my winter break, I told myself I'd try to catch up to Hunter x Hunter. People have been telling me to go catch up to Hunter x Hunter. And then when I told you guys about that, I was trying to catch up to Natsuno Taizai, aka the 7 Deadly Sins, and Tokyo Ghoul. And Tokyo Ghoul took me 2 to 3 days to finish, and Natsuno Taizai took me 4 days, I believe. 4 days to catch up. And I totally forgot about Hunter x Hunter because I was sidetracked by something else. But then this spring break, and I was actually on chapter 1 through 70 or somewhere around before my spring break because I really needed to read this. And then after my spring break, I finally caught up to it. So now let's go talk about this. I'm going to try to keep this spoiler free and try to keep it simple as possible, just so y'all can get the gist of it. It's basically about Gon, the main character, who is trying to find his father, and he wants to become a hunter, and basically become a hunter, then go try to find his father. I found that plot pretty shonen. I'll tell you that. Pretty shonen to try to find your father and trying to become something like Naruto, that's becoming Hokage, and then Luffy becoming Pirate King, and Ichigo, I guess, protecting his friends. This story, I'll tell you, within the characters, they were pretty awesome. The storyline was pretty cool. A character I really like, Killia. Killia was my favorite. Killio, that dude is pure badass. Like the first time I saw him with the whole skateboard and he was about to like, he got hit around the others, and I was like, okay, now he's trying to do something. And then when I saw him like at that match when they had those matches to get by, like trying to like I think Leah Rio tried to like guess the gender of the It character, and that was pretty hilarious. And then when Killio went up against that huge guy and took his heart, it was ridiculous. It was awesome. I watched two versions of it. The 1999 version, I believe that's what we call it, because it was pretty old, and the 2011 version. The 1999 version was pure awesome. Like, I read the manga through it, and when he took his heart and then crushed it, I was like, oh, dude, I need to get him in an anime battle. I gotta talk to Shaq about this. And when I saw the 2011 version, when he didn't really take his heart, I guess due to censorship or whatever, he basically like put it in some brown bag and that just took it away from him. He's like, give me back my heart, and then bam, and then he had his hand open. The guy had his hand open, and Killio just gave it to him after he died, and I was like, oh man, that is just cruel but badass. But dude, the Killio is like, he's got to be everyone's favorite in Hunter x Hunter, because I know everyone's usually their favorite is like Hiscoia, or the clown guy. I don't know what to say about that dude. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about this Hiscoia guy, but I'm about to make a call to Chris Hansen after what I saw in one of the chapters that he did. So, yeah. Hi, Chris Hansen. So, besides from that, this story, like reading through all this, it was something else. It was really something else. Like, I don't know what to say. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend Hunter x Hunter to anybody. My favorite arc in Hunter x Hunter would have to be the Chimchar Ant arc, because, not to spoil anything, but it had some awesome fights and some cool characters in that arc and that awesome villain. Yeah, so I highly recommend Hunter x Hunter to anybody. Like, to read this, I would suggest like watching the anime, because if you're an anime person, or read the manga if you want. Even though the manga doesn't really have the best art, I mean, come on, I mean, it's just a manga. I mean, as long as it gets those sales out there and people love it, it doesn't really matter how the art is. I mean, it's the story that counts and the characters that count. I mean, can we all agree with that? So that's all I have to say about Hunter x Hunter. So it's basically, I give it like an 8.5 out of 10. Even though I could have made it a 9 out of 10. Hey, what the heck? I'm going to make this a 9 out of 10 because it was pretty good. It was pretty good. So that's it for me. Peace out, you guys.